Hello my friends, it's Darren from RC Scale Models, and today I have another kit review for you. This one's from IBG Models, the company's from Poland. This is 135 scale Scammell Pioneer SV2S recovery truck, tow truck, or army tow truck, if you want to say it like that. I've seen this kit around a while, so I fancy getting it. This kit was new tooled in 2017. They haven't done one since, so this is the new tool version. I've seen it all built up by other people. The kit does look pretty good. It goes together nicely. So let's check what we get in the box. A little bit of information on the kit. You have company information, telephone numbers and stuff. Picture. Writing kit number 35029. Little bit of history on the vehicle in English. In Germany, I imagine that is, and in Poland. So if you wish to read that, pause the video. It's a top opening box. You get one work manual, several bags of sprues, decals. You do get a nice poster. So we'll take a closer look at this now. Okay, this is the worksheet. You get your colours on the front, which is required from several manufacturers: Vallejo, Mr. Hobby, Life Colour. So basic colours: black, rust brown, dunkelgelb, rusty green colour, blue black, olive drab, khaki brown. Your symbols for the 7th markings. You get decals, a little bit of photo-etch in the kit. Your first 2 pages are sprue maps. Good way of checking, make sure you've got everything in your kit. Another sprue map. Tyres are not rubber, unfortunately they're made of plastic. So your first step, they're asking to make up your wheels assembly. So the tyre is separate, and then the inserts are 2 outer pieces, so it all gets sandwiched together to make up your wheel segments. Unfortunately, you thought you could paint these separately and then sandwich together, but this outer side is part of the tyre as well, so you won't be able to paint it separately. So just glue them together and then paint them. Step 2 looks like a fuel tank. Step 3 is working on some kind of storage rack. Step 4, we do have a detailed engine, which is nice in this kit, so you can have the side doors open, which is a nice bonus. I do like kits with engines. Step 3 is carrying on with the engine, putting the radiator on, fan belt, star motor by looks of things, and whatever. Step 6 is radiator assembly. Step 7 is the transmission, not transmission, but the drivetrain section, the axles and stuff. Step 8 is what looks like another axle, steering axle possibly, with, I don't know what that piece is, probably support members, support arms. I'm not actually quite sure. Step 9 is working on the lower chassis section, and then the mounting brackets, and then the leaf springs. Once that's done, you can mount up the radiator that you built up on number 6 previously, so you can add the radiator in. Step 11 is putting some kind of oxygen bottle probably, or it could be for oil, I'm not 100% sure, but it's some kind of cylinder. We've got another leaf spring at the front here. Step 12 is do with the tow winch section. I think this is to do with the tow winch. 13 is carrying on with the tow winch, but adding more parts, more pulleys and stuff. Number 14, we have what looks like the gearbox. if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the gearbox assembly. 15 is putting all 3 segments together, the engine, gearbox and the tow system. And then this is what it looks like once it's all together in places. So it's nice to give you a picture once it's done, so you can refer to make sure you've got it in the right place. Step 16 is that steering axle assembly with the U-shaped structural part. I think it could be to do with strength. 17 is the axles going in. 18 is more arms and support brackets. Again, it shows you what it looks like when it's built. Number 19 is building up the actual winch itself with all the cogs, so it's nicely detailed. So again, this is the parts you need, and this is what it looks like. This is once it's together with the other side with the drum. Number 21 looks like the actual tow arm, the actual crane segment of the tow truck. Again, more tow truck arm, more tow truck arm, and then we've got more support arms for the back of the tow truck. The flatbed of the truck itself, again there's the parts in there, it's built up, and you turn it up the other way and you can put in some kind of storage box. Attaching your winch and the actual tow truck arm. Do you get rope and string with this? You probably do that. It doesn't say about the actual rope and string yet. So putting those 3 segments in, that's what it looks like when it's done. Putting the other sidewalls in, so there's another toolbox here. And then you're working on the side again, you've got another toolbox and the access door to get into the back of the truck. Mud guards and flaps. And then you're working on the cab. The back firewall or back of the cab, you've got some boxes, storage, some rifles. Being it's a British vehicle, I think there might be the Enfield rifles if I'm not mistaken. The cab floor, you've got all your handbrake levers, pedals, brake levers, clutch and all them malarkey that's inside the cab. This is what it's built up like. The actual main firewall with the windshield, fire extinguisher going in and other pieces of equipment. And then those assemblies you built up previously from the front going in, cushions and seats, side walls, which would be of the truck, which is the door assembly as well of the vehicle. Dropping your cab in, again once it's built up it shows you what it's like. The back firewall with the guns attached to it you can put in, the other side and the roof, again shows you what it looks like when it's built. Turning the truck around to the other side, you can have the engine doors on or off. Me, I'll probably have them off because I wanted to show the engine. You've got tiny pieces going on. One of the storage boxes going in, which goes from underneath one to the side. Showing you what it built up like. Again, they're asking for the roof on this page on 1238, but if you go to 36, it's asking for the roof to go in as well. So I don't know why I've done it twice, just in case you forget. And then the back bed going down, this is what it looks like when it's built up. So attaching your wheels, you've got two wheels at the front, 4 wheels at the back, and you've got your spare wheel. So this is what it looks like, and that, so both sides, fenders, and this is your built up vehicle model, all nicely done just before paint, but it doesn't say anything about the towing hook, like the string, and it's asking for piece number 15, which is your tow hook, but it doesn't say anything about the actual tow cable. You probably want to do it this segment here, but it doesn't actually say about the tow cable, and I don't think you actually get any cable with it. No, so you're going to have to source your own string or cable. We have a captured German one from Africa 1942. We have a Russian one that we gave to the Russians to use in 1943. Normandy, June 1944, recovery truck. I might do this one. This one is from, is it English or is it Americans? This one's the American one, but Normandy. We have a British one from Egypt, English, 1944. This one's pretty cool as well, which is the olive drab with the black, and this one's olive drab and black. But I'll probably end up going to build up the Normandy one. And you have Unknown Division, England, 1943, with the olive drab and black again. So nice colours, nice schemes. Here's the decals, nicely done. I'm not going to get them out of the package because on the other side is the Photo-etch and I don't want it all to get bent up. But they should be pretty alright. It says it's printed in, doesn't actually say it's printed by tack model, so I'm not sure how good their decals are, but the Cara film seems really close. Hopefully it should go down nicely. Here's the Photo-etch parts. It's quite thin, I can tell just by how flexible it is. You do get a nice poster which you can frame and put up on your wall, which is a nice touch of the box art. I do like that when some kit manufacturers do this, because some of their box art is really nice. The box art they use is some kind of computer generated graphics type thing that you would probably see in some kind of form of game. But I do like that, it's nicely done. I will find a frame for this and I will put this up on the wall. Going through the bags, it doesn't say that in the instructions, but I have managed to find some tow rope, some cable. So I have got some cable within the kit, so you do get some. We go through the sprues now in no typical order. This one here is the clear parts. They're going to be no problem with these. They're just flat windows. So here's your first main parts of the sprue. I think this is detail parts and engine block. So two different type of sprues. So here is detail parts and the engine block. So we've got detail parts at the top. Detail looks nice and clean and crisp. I don't see any flash or burring. Structural parts, fuel tank, the side of the engine block, some form of step. Here is it the manifold, I believe, it goes on the side of the engine. This sprue here contains more engine pieces, probably starter motor and stuff. There's a small leaf spring there, some kind of box, smaller parts, some framing. There's some of those oxygen bottles or oil bottles, probably to do with oil, not oil, oxygen for the brakes. I'm not sure what that is. Got some of the leaf spring detail, again nicely done. You have got a little bit of a seam line, a little bit clean up to do on that, it's no problem. But the leaf springs are nicely done. This one's a refillable bag, which is nice. So first sprue, find detail parts and drive assembly, the axles and stuff. Steering wheel, one of the toolboxes. Ejection pin's gone through that one, so you might have to do a little bit of clean up on that. Fine detail parts now, so you're going to have to be super careful taking these off the sprue. I recommend cutting these off, but cutting them off at the ends, and it gives you something to hold on to. All the levers for inside the cab, really fine detail parts. There's a shovel. There's these pieces slide molded. Here is the chassis, lower chassis section, so I believe the vehicle is going to be about this big. So it'll be a fair old size. These are chassis parts. We have more structural parts for the crane. And there's your tow hook and some smaller parts. Strange, some of the bags are resealable and some of them are vacuum shut. Here's this section. This is the inside of the cab. I imagine the cab was probably made of wood by the looks of things, and metal parts as well. There's the actual main hood of the vehicle. The firewall inside the cab with the windshield. The two sides with the armoured doors. So the outside of the cab and the stuff is armoured, but the actual flooring looks like it was wood inside. There's a structural part again for the crane probably. More triangle support struts. So we have slide moulded fenders. Nicely done how they've done that, so you don't have no two halves to glue together. We have this piece here, I'm not sure what that is, but we've got some kind of storage boxes again, another leaf spring, more strengthening arms, another small leaf spring. Here's part of the cog system for the winch. We have another piece here. Really fine detail arms. I'm impressed with the kit so far for what I see. It looks nicely moulded. So we have the back of the vehicle. Again, it's armour plate with rivets, and this is on the inside. You've got ejection pins are in the places that you've got storage boxes to go onto, so you're not going to see them, they're going to be hidden, which is very well done, nicely thought to put them in the right places. The lower floor, again, all moulded as one piece, not a single ejector pin on it. Nicely done that is. The ejector points are here, so it's all going to be nice and seamless, nice and clean. I imagine this was wooden flooring again. We have the back of the vehicle, some more strengthening parts, more parts for the cranes, I imagine. A tow bar, I think this may be. We have more wooden structural parts with metal framing. Looks like the wooden boxes, stowage. Again, no ejection pins on them at all, so superb moulding. And the plastic is not too thick, not too flexible, it doesn't seem soft. Plastic seems alright. Here's a bag of some of the wheels. Again, they're moulded is plastic wheels. Nice tread on them. As I say, they're not going to be flexible at all because they're all plastic. Nicely moulded though. And this bag here contains the inserts and strengthening parts in the crane, I imagine. So we have 2 sets of wheels, so obviously it's left and right. So these are the outer parts with the tyre. It does have branded tyres as well, so that's a nice touch from Firestone. Firestone 1440020 tyres, and then you've got the insert of the wheel. This is the front and this is the rear of the tyre. We have 2 of these, which are some kind of wooden parts, probably some kind of storage, and some like structural angle iron parts probably for the chassis. We have 2 of these. Again, these have got probably to do with the axles for your wheels to go into. I'm not 100% sure. Some handles. We have 2 of these large sprues. So we have these boxes. I think these are the outer section for your wheels to attach to. Not sure what these were. Structural parts, you have some of your rifles. Again, I think they might be Lee Enfield rifles, if I'm not sure. Structural parts, I say you get 2 of these, 4 rifles, and 2 of everything else. So there you are, my friends. There's another kit review. 135 scale IBG recovery tow truck from the US Army, or the UK Army from World War II. The one I'll be building is from Normandy, 1944. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.